Hi, I've not posted for a while because I didn't really have anything to say. Not a lot to say at the moment, really, to be honest. I've had a few issues with wounds healing underneath both boobs and right in the middle across my tummy. The belly button's being a bit of a pain, but I'm still wearing the compression garments. And I think that sort of pulling them on and off all the time and being restricted airflow wise and having dressings on is not helping the healing of my belly button. But I've got about 2 weeks left. The plastic surgeon said the other day to wear the compression garments for about 8 weeks. So, yeah, another 2 weeks left of that. And then hopefully I can start to get some air to me wounds that are what's left of them. Because the rest of the tummy wound um, is kind of okay. I've got a little tiny bit on each side near the hip bones, the bit in the middle, and the side of my boob, the right boob, the nipple area where the nipple should be. The wounds are broken down there, so it's not healing very well. Um, I've been a little bit fed up, to be honest. I was thinking, oh, nothing's happening very fast. It's all taking so much time. Just when one bit starts to look like it's healing and closing up properly, something else opens up. And then I spoke to the plastic surgeon. She was very happy. That was last week. Um, yeah, she was very happy with it. And the wound across the tummy, the bit in the middle, is about, I suppose, about that long, and about at its worst, it was about that wide. It's now probably about that wide, but the same length. And the plastic surgeon said that she was actually expecting it to be a lot worse than it was when I went to see her last week. She was expecting it to be the kind of size that she could probably get her fist inside if she tried, and I was like, please don't try. Um, but yeah, so the fact that she was sort of all upbeat about it and really happy and pleased with everything, and she said she's hoping, she thinks that everything will be healed within a couple of weeks. Oh, she said a few weeks, so however long's a few weeks, but and everything seems to be looking better very, very slowly. Um, so yeah, seeing her in such a good mood about it and so happy about it was a bit more encouraging. That lifted my mood a little bit. Um, hadn't heard back from the oncologist regarding any kind of follow-up appointments, which was starting to get on my nerves a little bit. So I was ringing them every single week, leaving messages every single week. The plastic surgeon last week also sent a letter across to them, and then a couple of days ago I received an appointment in the post. So I've got an appointment with them on 26th of April. Um, Hopefully that's going to be with my mastectomy biopsy results and lymph node, whatever they did, just basically everything they did on the day of surgery, results of that. Because I'm still waiting to find out about the tablets, because they initially spoke to me about having tablets for 5 years to prevent the cancer from returning. But the issue with that was they wasn't sure, or no, we weren't sure whether I was menopausal, postmenopausal, perimenopausal, whatever stage of that I may or may not be, because I'd been taking a I can't even say it, progesterone only pill for over 10 years. So I hadn't had a period for 10 years. So every time they were saying to me, oh, when was your last period? Genuinely don't know, about 10 years ago. And they're sort of looking at me a bit weird. So I had to explain that I was on this pill. When I got my diagnosis, I stopped taking the pill, um, just because, obviously that's a hormone suppressing pill. So I don't know if I've got to have tests for that, if I've got to have a blood test, or how they test you for menopausal. But since then, I have had a very, very slight period. So that was the first one in 10 years. So I'm assuming I'm not menopausal from that. Um, but yeah, again, I've not been tested for that. So I don't know what tablets they're going to potentially put me on. Um, whether, because it will depend on whether it's a hormone receptive cancer or not, because again, I don't know, that nobody's told me, was it hormone receptive or not. Um, so yeah, we're just waiting for that. I've got another appointment on a week away for the dressings clinic again, and so instead of it being weekly, I was on a 2 weekly appointment. But then because the wounds got bad, they put me back onto weekly appointment. But now I'm back on a 2 weekly one, and hopefully, I'm hoping this is going to be the last time I have to go to see them. But you know, I'm maybe being a bit optimistic on that one. I just want these wounds healed because I'm fed up with it now. Still having to wear a bra in bed and all day long. So I'm just alternating between different bras, different compression garments, getting them washed and disinfected, and still wearing them. And I just feel so suffocated. And the weather's getting warmer now because we're in April now. Yeah, and it's a bit hot and a bit sweaty, and I'm fed up with it. Um, I'm now managing to be able to sleep on my side a little bit, but again, it's very limited. And I think I've got used to sleeping on my back now, because sort of lay on my side for a little bit, and then I think, oh, do you know what? It's actually more comfortable if I'm on my back. I don't know if that'll change, or once everything's healed fully, maybe I'll be back to sleeping normally on my side again, because I was always a side sleeper. Um, but yeah, well, what else have I got to say? I'm out and about a lot more now, walking about. I'm able to drive now as well, which is making a massive difference to, like, I'm just getting out. Um, can't think of anything else. Oh, I've got an appointment booked on the 7th of August with the plastic surgeon to discuss nipple reconstruction. Um, I know what I'm going to have done. I'm going to have my nipples reconstructed, and then medical grade tattoo for the colouring. Um, and then we'll see how it goes, because I know the medical grade tattoos they're not a permanent pigment, so they don't last forever, and they do fade. But I want to find out how much they fade. Do they fade away completely to nothing, or is there still going to be some colour there? And then that will sort of make me decide, and how long will roughly usually do they last? And I'll make my decision from there as to whether I get it tattooed again or just leave it. Um, but yeah, so hopefully we'll know a bit more once I spoke to the oncologist. Bit more of a long-term plan, as in next stage of treatment, if any. I'm assuming I will need them because I've had the skin-saving mastectomy, so there could be potentially still cells there that could come back, or even it could be a secondary cancer come back somewhere else. So I really do want the tablets when you actually think about it logically, but obviously I'm not the expert, and I'll wait and see what they say. Um, yeah, I'll just update you as and when I've got anything else to say, really. Okay, bye.